Hello, this training video will show you how to quote, book, and track a shipment through our land-based TMS. To create a shipment, navigate to Shipments at the top of the screen and select Create Shipment Short Form. The first thing you'll need to do is select a customer. Go ahead and type in the customer's name and select their company profile. Next, select the contact person at that company's location. You will now be in the shipment profile. You are going to notice these blue highlights at the beginning of some fields. Those blue highlights denote a required field. We're going to start at the top and enter our origin and our destination zip code. Next to the destination zip code, there's a status drop down. Go ahead and select the status you want to put the shipment in. We're going to use request for quote for this example. Scrolling down a little bit further on the screen, we have our accessorial sections. We have pickup, delivery, and shipment accessorials. So if this was a CFS pickup, for example, you would just check off CFS pickup, and that would generate rates with the CFS pickup accessorial included. Scrolling down a little bit further, we have the items to ship section where you enter your commodity information. We're going to enter one pallet, 25 pieces on that pallet. Total weight we're going to put in 300 pounds. Now the description section, if you start typing in that section, you'll access your product catalog that you might have already loaded for this customer. So I'm going to go and select from one of the products I already have loaded in the catalog. Okay. Once you select the product, it'll actually fill in the length, width, and height and the class for you. Now if you don't know the class of the shipment, when you enter in the length, width, and height, it'll do a calculation for you and give you the estimated class, which you can then select. Next, we're going to go ahead and click on Generate Smart Quote to see our rate options. So here are all our rate options. You see we have FedEx, Forward Air, XPO, and so on. Gives you the transit times, gives you terminal information, and also gives you your buy and your sell. The buy is how much you're paying for the freight, and the sell is how much you're charging your customer. We're going to go and select FedEx Priority for the shipment. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit further on the screen to the cost calculation section. We can see that FedEx freight priority has been assigned. We have our buy and our sell rate populated. So now we're going to click on Save and View Details to save the quote. Now this shipment has been saved as a quote, and if you want to send this quote out to your customer, you can select Shipment Documents and then select the quote sheet. Once the quote sheet opens up, you can click on Send at the top right. Enter in the recipient's email address. You can even type in a message here. Check off the rate quote sheet and click on Send Email, and that'll send the quote sheet directly to your customer. Now let's say it's later on in the day and the customer has gone ahead and accepted the quote. Now what you need to do is fill in the rest of the order details and book the shipment. To fill in the rest of the order details, select Edit Record, and that'll open up the shipment profile. So starting at the top, we have our shipper reference and customer PO. If you need additional reference fields, just click on Add Reference Numbers, and you have all these additional reference fields you can enter. Scrolling down a little bit further on the screen, we have our origin and destination information. These are free-form fields which you can fill out as you go, or if you move your cursor into the field, you can select from your preloaded address book. Scrolling down a little bit further on the screen, we have our accessorial section, so we give you another opportunity to select any additional accessorials that might have come up. And now you have your pickup information and your delivery information. This is where you enter the pickup ready date and time and the delivery date and time. We have pickup instructions here as well as delivery instructions. These instructions, whatever you put in these fields, will show up on the bill of lading. Scrolling down a little bit further, we have our items to ship, and then again our cost calculations. Now let's say you negotiated with the customer and the quote has changed a little bit from the time you sent it out to them. You can select Edit Pricing to make pricing changes. So when you click on Edit Pricing, this top row represents what you're getting charged from the carrier. The second row is what you're charging your customer. So if you want to increase what you're charging your customer, you can just type in any of these fields down here and change the pricing. Now you've made your changes, you've updated the address information, so let's go ahead and save the shipment. We're going to click on Save and View Details at the bottom of the screen. And now the shipment has been saved. Now your final step is to dispatch this shipment to the carrier. Now, with our LTL functionality, all dispatches are done electronically. To trigger the electronic dispatch to the carrier, select Update Status, and then select Ready to Dispatch. As soon as you select Ready to Dispatch, that'll send the electronic dispatch directly to the carrier. Once you send that dispatch to the carrier, navigate over to Shipment Documents and select Bill of Lading. They'll open up your bill of lading, and then you can either send, print, or download this bill of lading to provide to your customer. Now, if you were doing a CFS pickup and you need to upload some documentation to be sent out or just to be attached to the shipment, go to Shipment Documents, click on Attach Documents, and click on Add Find Attachment, choose the file from your computer, and upload it to the shipment. So now you've dispatched the order to the carrier, and now you want to do some tracking and tracing. So we're going to navigate to the back office dashboard. Now the back office dashboard has the LTL operations dashboard. This is going to give you a list of all the different shipment statuses and the number of shipments in each status. So right now you can see I have one shipment that's been dispatched for pickup, I have two that's an order received, and so on. Now all of these are links. So if you click on the link, it'll take you to the main tracking and tracing board where you can see detailed information about the shipment. For example, you can see the last time operations updated the shipment. Over here under Actions, you can click on the activity log to view more details about the order, and so on. Now you can also get to that main tracking and tracing board by simply going to Shipments and selecting LTL Search. That'll load all of your LTL shipments, and from here you can start filtering it out. You can filter it out by status, if it's a white glove shipment, if it's active only, and so on. You can click on the Show Advanced to search by origin and destination or by reference numbers. And that is how you quote, book, and track a shipment in our land-based TMS. Thank you.